like hammering
Yeah. Still hammering.
a little bit.
Let me try.
Just hammering through some microphone technical issues here,
Yeah.
real quick, everybody.
Let's see. How's this sound? Mic check.
That's way better.
Sounds better.
Yep. All right.
Here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of Two Amazon Sellers and a Microphone. I'm Dustin Kane, and with me is, as always, is Chris Gramlich. How you doing?
Good, Dustin. It's Red Friday. Big game this weekend. I know people probably don't want to hear about the Chiefs all the time, but we're excited.
Yeah, sorry. We have to say it every time. That's what it is. We will be talking about the Chiefs periodically, but it is Red Friday, and it is also the day we're going to be talking about lightning deals, coupons, promotions that you can use on Amazon, what they are. We're going to talk briefly about what they are, good ways to use them, how they can benefit you. I know, Chris, you and I have both used a lot of these for our products in the past and currently. So it'll be fun to talk about just different strategies that we've done with them. So you ready? You want to get in?
Yeah, let's do some stuff here.
Why don't we talk first? Because really, there's basically 3 types. There is lightning deals. There are coupons you can offer, and then there's different promotions that you can offer. Amazon, they've expanded this. They've been adding new offerings. You just a second ago, you showed me a new thing that I didn't know that they were doing with price drops. So we'll talk about that as well. But let's start with lightning deals, what they are and how you use them. You want to just give a little brief overview of what a lightning deal is?
Yeah, it's basically a period of time where your product is going to have a cheaper price. You're going to give an offer, and it's normally about 6 hours, but you're going to run a deal on your listing, on your product, just to kind of generate more sales, get some more traffic to your listing. And you will see an increase, but this is a short period of time. I think it's about 6 hours. You submit these through your Seller Central account. There's a section underneath the advertising tab where you could submit deals, and lightning deals do cost money. They're not cheap. They're before you get out of it, I guess they're okay. It's $150 each time, but you should easily get that back, through the deal. But yeah, you just submit a deal to Amazon, and then they will kind of come back to you and let you know when your deal is going to be live. You can always delete it or decline it if you don't want to run it, at 2 a.m. But yeah, they run 6 hours, and it's a short period of time for you to promote your product.
Yeah, I love lightning deals. Especially, I used them a lot when I was launching a product or we want to boost the ranking real quick. You get a lot of residual velocity after the lightning deal is over. A couple of things about lightning deals also is your product has to be eligible for them. I'm not sure what algorithm Amazon's using to make them eligible, but if you go to the deals part or the lightning deals section, it'll show you what products you can do a lightning deal for. You also can't choose what time it's going to show. Typically, the first time you run a lightning deal like you're talking about, Amazon's going to give you some weird time. It'll be like Sunday at 2 a.m. when your lightning deal goes live. But if your product is popular or it's got a lot of good velocity, now you start getting into some sweeter times. And you can also do lightning deals on the big days like Black Friday and Prime Day, and they charge you more. Typically, it's $300 to run the lightning deal on those days. But another advantage to lightning deals is your product shows up on their deals page. So a lot of shoppers, that's where you get a lot of this extra traffic. Like, not only do you have all the badges and stuff on your listing, but you also now show up on their deals page where people search daily to see what they can get a bargain on. So they're great, and you do have to offer some sort of discount. They have a minimum discount that you have to offer, and you have to have a minimum certain amount of inventory as well, or a minimum that you're willing to offer for the lightning deal. But yeah, they are fantastic to run. I've always I use them like we were talking about leading up to Prime Day, et cetera. If you're eligible for these, that can give your product a boost. That way you're getting maybe increase your organic rankings before Prime Day. So I love lightning deals.
Yeah, they are fun. A lot of people get kind of nervous because the price is a little bit lower. But what I look at this as is just a way to increase your rank on your product. It's kind of it's a short term thing. It only takes 6 hours to run. But what you're doing is you're getting your product out there to more people. That you're gathering more reviews. So it's a long term play. Again, it's just a way to kind of differentiate yourself from your competitors and try to get some sales from them during that short period of time.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had many lightning deals where I've broken even after the deal or lost a little money, but the velocity you get afterwards is well worth it. All right. Oh, your screen's going crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah. For those of you that are on the podcast, we're also live streaming this on Facebook, and we'll be adding other platforms. We'll be live streaming this too as well in the future. If you want to see what we're doing on the screen, you can join us on just like Sellozo's Facebook page. All right. So are we looking at some more lightning deals here, Chris?
Yeah, just to kind of show people if they're joining us what it looks like. They kind of give you a countdown, 74% claimed. There's 2 hours left on this deal. A quick tip on here. This is something I've done and it works out really, really well. Is the quantity that you offer during the lightning deal, Amazon kind of gives you a minimum threshold. So let's say it's 40 units. So if you offer 40 units during that 6 hour time frame, you may sell very quickly that 40 units. You can always go into your account and just click edit, and you can add more units to the deal. So you could sell more during that time. So like this seller here, he's got 74% claimed. His deal ends in 2 hours. If he wanted to, he could go into here, edit this deal, and just add more quantity available. And this would lower down the percentage and potentially give him more units that he could sell during this 2 hour.
Yeah. And I've done this before on purpose, because when you see that as a shopper, that it's almost out, like it shows it's psychological. Like, I got to buy this now. It's 74% have been claimed. So if you start with their minimum and then you sell through and you're willing to sit around there, you can just slowly increase. So that way you always stay close to the deal being done. Yeah. And you get that urgency from the buyer, which, and it also shows that your product appears to be extraordinarily popular.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
There are a lot of really interesting strategies that you can. Now, if you don't want to sit there and do that, you better make sure you put your thing high so that you don't. That's really cool. Anything you want to touch on more with the lightning deals?
No, I think it's good. I would always run them. Amazon does track if you're using them. So if you always decline them or you don't run them, you may not get access to those on your newer products in the future. So I just run them just because I want to show Amazon that I'm willing to run these. Right. I want to be able to get all my products on these deals. I have done a few in the past where I've declined them and I haven't seen the deal in a couple months and I'm like, where's my deals at? So now I just anytime I get a chance, I'll run it just to kind of help, with the velocity and get the sales rank up.
I think that's smart. I have products that are good sellers that I've never been offered a lightning deal on. So I don't know what their algorithm is. And I have others that right after I launch it, it's eligible. So I'm sure we'll bring somebody on in the future that can tell us how Amazon's deal algorithm works. That would be nice. Figure out ways to get more options on lightning deals. All right, moving on. You want to talk about some different options with coupons?
Yeah. So also another feature in your account, you could run these little coupons on your listing where you can select how much money a customer can receive as a discount when they apply this coupon to their checkout. And the way you'll know is that when you look in search, you'll see like this neon green badge underneath the price that says, save $2 or save 5% with this coupon. And what that seller's doing.
That's pretty eye-catching, by the way.
Yeah, it's perfect. And a lot of people don't use this. So as a seller, this can really make your listing stand out and grab that customer's attention. Because not a lot of people are using these. Like you can see on this page, there's only 2. Here's maybe those are the same one. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Like not that many people are doing this. So either they forgot to do it or they let it expire. But this would be a way to like grab that attention and try to get people to, obviously come to your listing and then obviously convert and make a sale. So you can pick the percentage. It has to be at least 5%. In my experience, I've seen that if you do a dollar amount, it's easier for you to get that conversion because the customer doesn't have to figure out what 5% of the price is. They know they're going to save $1 or $2 at least. And this is a short period of time. You don't have to always run these. You can pick a budget. So like you could say, hey, Amazon, I'm willing to spend $500 to run these coupons because there is a fee with this. I think it's 60 cents per claim or something. But yeah, you just give a budget and you can run these short period of time. These are good for like when you're launching a product. You can offer a really like aggressive discount to try to get people to come through organically because when they type in your search term or the keywords that you're targeting, you're obviously going to be running ads on these keywords that you're targeting. But if your listing shows up with that coupon, you're likely to get that click because you got that running and your competitor doesn't. So this is a good way to like get that velocity going to your listing. And obviously you're going to rank organically better the more that people buy.
Sure. And it's a way that you can raise your retail price, show potentially that your product is higher quality, and then offer the coupon where they're getting it for the same price as your competitor or below. So there's some really good just optics that you can do with coupons that can make your product look like it is better value. And then obviously they're getting a deal. And customers, for whatever reason, whenever they're getting a deal, it's something psychological happens. Like if you get $5 off a $15 product, and then there's one right next to it that's $9, even though that $9 one is actually cheaper, for some reason you're saving $5 on this one, and that's just a better value add. So there is a lot, and also like we talked about, there's only a few ways where you can make your listing pop, and coupons are right on the listing, and so those right there are a differentiator. And like we were talking about, it's green, it's so eye-catching, it makes you stop on that one and figure out why is there green there. You want to know what's going on, so it can stop you when people are scrolling.
Yeah, I mean, it just pops. Like, look at that. It just sticks right out.
So you just got to make sure you got to work the numbers, make sure you're calculating in that 60-cent fee, make sure you're calculating in what that discount's going to do, and then test them out on your products.
What I've seen is like, sorry to cut you off there, but like not a lot of people claim these. So they'll go to your listing, but for whatever reason, like they forget to click it or they just don't, go with it. I don't know, but from what I've seen is you'll get the traffic, but like maybe half only claim the deal.
Yeah, so it's interesting because all they have to do is check the box and then add it to their cart. And so I think a lot of times they click that, the one button order, and they just forget the coupon. So you just have to check that box right there to actually clip it and save it. And then it'll apply the discount code. And so they miss it. And you're right. You're right.
A lot of people don't even click it. They just go and click that buy now.
All right. Now let's talk about another thing that you can do. And this is another thing then we'll go in general about all the deals. We'll talk a little bit more about them, but there's also promotions you can offer, like buy one, get one, or if you buy this product, you can buy another product in your catalog for 10% off. Those are different promotions you can set up, and you can do that real easily just by going to your the promotions tab under advertising in your Seller Central account. These I've used really well when I'm launching a new product. So if I have a really good seller and I've launched a product that's a similar product, or it's the same brand, or etc., I will launch a promotion where if they buy this product, they get this new product I just launched for whatever, 50% off, 75% off, something really attractive. And so that starts, you're using the organic traffic to your good seller to now generate sales on other products, and that'll help move them up. There's really good things that you can do there, and this shows up right on your listing for your product. If you scroll down, there's a section that says special offers and promotions, and with that product, all they have to do is click the add to cart button, and it will add that other product and the promotion to the account, so or to their cart. So these are good, and this is just another thing again that can add content and value to your product listing.
Yeah, like we're looking at one here. This guy's selling coasters, but he has a offer where you save 10% on his lunch bag when you add the coasters to the cart. Like, so you can add both, or his ice cube trays. So like, this is like to your point. This is a really good way to like promote a new product that you have launched, and you can do a deep discount on this and try to get them to buy together. So yeah, not a lot of people use this either.
No, they don't use it hardly at all. But you can also use it to get them to buy more.
Yeah,
like 10% off if you buy 2, 20% off if you buy 3. But yeah, the biggest success with promotions for me is whenever I launch a new product, I can use all my other products to drive traffic and drive sales to that new product, especially if they're related. So I love all the promotions. It's stuff that I leave on always. I don't ever take them off. So I have different promotions that link back to all my other products. They're very, very, very successful. All right. Any other tricks, Chris? Why don't you talk about this new discovery you made about what happens when you just lower your price, and you don't even do anything. You're not even setting anything up. Amazon now alerting or giving some sort of badge that people know?
Yeah, I had it on my screen, but if I can't find it now, but if you haven't changed your price in like the last 30 days, if you go into your price and change it, let's say your price was $17.99, and you lower your price to $15.99, and you just submit it, and you haven't changed your price within the last 30 days, Amazon will then add this little red box to your listing, to the detail page. So when somebody's searching through here, it'll say like save 10%, and underneath that it'll say lowest price in the last 30 days, and it's a red box. So not only that is going to show up on the detail page, but if you're running a coupon, you're going to have a neon green box underneath the pricing. So I mean, there's a lot of things that can really drive the attention to your listing. So if you haven't lowered your price in 30 days, go lower your price $1 or $2, and you'll see this show up on your listing, especially in search. And this will really catch the eye of consumers. I did this on one of my products. I'm starting to see sales organically that I'm not even promoting it. I'm just letting it kind of run organically. And just people are coming and they're finding it because that red box is showing up in search, and it's there, and it says lowest price in 30 days. So that's a nice thing to have.
Absolutely. Yeah, all of these things, these lightning deals, coupons, promotions, they're all tools that you can use that Amazon offers, and that all of them will help differentiate your product, make your product more attractive, drive more attention to your listings. So you should be using them, and you can use them in conjunction. Be careful if you do that. It may not work, but if you have a $2 off coupon running for your product that you've got currently in a lightning deal, and it's a discounted price, you might be giving away a lot of revenue there, but that could be really attractive as well. So you can definitely use them in conjunction. Just make sure you've made all your calculations that you need before you do that. But you should definitely be utilizing as many of these things as you can to make to compete.
No doubt. Let's touch on a couple more things that I think people will probably get some use out of. Is if your product is enrolled in the Subscribe and Save program, you can run these coupon deals on your product. And what makes it different than a product that's not in these Subscribe and Save deals is the coupon says save an extra whatever on your first subscribe and save order. So what that's going to do is allow you to get more subscriptions for your product, which in the long run is going to help you sell more, You don't have to spend as much on advertising because you've already acquired that customer.
Exactly.
So if your product is enrolled in the subscribe and save program, I would highly recommend running some type of coupon that's like a massive discount, like 50% off, 30% off, 40% off, and that's only going to happen on their first subscribe and save order. That's gonna give you a subscription, and then the next order that customer get is going to be more of a full price buy. So you're getting people in to get subscribers. Once you get 100, 200, 500, 1,000 subscriber, whatever that number is for you, now you don't have to run as much ads because you've got that set of subscribers. So again, this is a long-term play. So you're getting subscribers to your listing.
That's a great tip there, Chris. And so you're saying they can't use that coupon unless they've subscribed and saved for that product.
Right. So you save an extra $2. Yeah.
They can't use it as a one-off purchase. They have to go in. So that's a fantastic way to drive that. Yeah, that can be a lot of future sales at full retail price right there with no advertising. Any other quick tips you want to throw out there?
Yeah, some of you guys may have noticed that Amazon rolled out these bundles, FBA bundles, where you can now create bundles of your items, and these are going to show up on the product detail page underneath the main image. You'll see where it says "Make it a bundle," and there's going to be items where these are items that you create bundles, and you just give maybe a little bit of a discount on if they buy another product. So what I'm showing here is I looked up a coaster. Set of coasters, and this seller is offering a bundle on his other sets of coasters. So he's got different styles, he's got different colors of coasters. So if I wanted to buy more than one set of coaster, I can buy a bundle that he's already had pre-made of his, the main product here and another product that he has. So these are available. You should look into creating these bundles. It's pretty simple to do it. I've done it on a few of my listings. And it can help, generate, those order value go up. So you can get more sales on your other items, and maybe kind of promote maybe a newer SKU or maybe liquidate something that you're trying to get rid of.
That's actually an easier way for the customer to do what we were talking about earlier with those promotions. Yeah, a little bit more visual. They're actually looking and seeing they're creating their own bundle, and there's obviously a discount when you combine the two. There's some sort of discount. So yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Bundles. I've used bundles successfully as well. They're another great tool. We should be using all of them.
There's so much. I mean, we haven't even touched about like Vine, Amazon Vine. That's another thing we can talk about in the future. But there's so many different ways that you can promote your product. And this is all like to get that flywheel going, to get your product start selling. And hopefully you guys understand that this is a long-term play. You can start generating sales, and then you don't always have to do these, but these do help.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, that was fun. I think we covered a lot there. We could obviously dive into each one of those and spend an hour talking about each one individually. Sure. But we covered a lot. Encourage you guys out there, if you've got products right now, experiment with all these deals and coupons and promotions that you can do to help boost your sales. Another fun episode, Chris. We'll be back at it. I guess what's today, Friday? Oh, we'll be back on Monday. Yeah, we'll make sure we talk about how the Chiefs beat the Patriots on Monday.
Please don't jinx us.
I know. Again, Chris, super fun, and we'll see everybody on the next episode. Have a good one.
All right, see ya.